All right. There's going to be some cars in the background, so just bear with me. Hopefully you can hear me fairly well. This is, oh, I can't believe I have it. This is the board that I have for sale. This is a United Shapes Orbit 2018, I believe. Go down. See the nose. You see the top sheet. No deep scratches. No deep, really, of anything. Top sheet's in immaculate condition. Has very minor scratches on it. No eyesores. Nothing that you're going to be like, holy crap, I can't stop looking at that. Same with the base. Base is the same thing. No signs of any kind of P-Tex repair. No deep gouges. Honestly, I think the dude that I bought this from, he said he wrote it like twice. So I will vouch for that, definitely. Looks like it really has only been written twice. I wrote it at Breckenridge. I got into some leftovers in the trees. For what I found in the trees is only like 4 inches. But I'm not going to be like it floated great in 4 inches because that's dumb. But I could tell that it will do what you want it to do in POW. With this width, with this rockered out nose, with this width right here, square tips right here funnel the snow out really well. It has this little back seat cutout right here. It's not a full swallowtail or anything, but it is a cutout. It will sink your tail in the POW even better. Cool things about this board, it has a Sinter 4000 base, pretty fast. The conditions I had it in was a little bit of fresh snow on top of some firmer snow, so everybody knows, if you do know, that will cause your board to slow down slightly or your ski slow down slightly. But with that Sinter 4000 base, I noticed I still had really good speed. I made it to where I needed to go. I never wished that it was that you know I was going faster and I didn't make it areas. This board will make it to where you want to make it. Super fast base. It has carbon built into it, carbon stringers built in for specific points. It's great for pop. It's great for stability. It's great for weight reduction. This board, I'm not going to tell you it's light because it's not heavy, but it's not some crazy light core or anything like that. It's a stiff, hefty board built for carving, built for stability, built for riding big lines, riding deep POW, riding steep POW. That's what this board is for. Another cool thing about this board, it has, I don't know if you can see very well, but you can see the 2 holes right there. There's the regular inserts, and then they have these things called backseat inserts, which you can go the very furthest back, and on the deepest deep days, that's where you want to put your bindings. Now, if you have mini disc bindings, you cannot utilize these backseat inserts. Well, if you have 2 pairs of bindings, one actual full-size disc and one a mini disc bindings will not work on this board. So keep that in mind. What did when I rode this board, I laid trenches. It was great for carving. It was fast, really good stability, decent for what I got it in the trees. I didn't really ride too many trees like this is what I'm doing today. But I think if I detune these edges and rode some trees, I think it could do very well. I honestly think that if I got this board in some POW, I think I would really, really love it. Slammed all the way back with that nose. I think I can handle at least at my specs. I weigh 195. I'm 5'11". I think I would feel comfortable taking this board into up to 2 feet of POW. There's other boards I'd like to ride in 2 feet of POW that I own, but I think I would be comfortable taking a 157 at my weight, my height, with this width, with these slam back inserts to about 2 feet of POW. I think you'll be fine. Rider that this is for is someone with like an 11 boot and under. If you have an 11 and a half, if you know your boot is a smaller footprint boot and it's at 11 and a half, I think you can ride this board and get away with it. If you're laying deep carves, you're getting real low, I think you're pushing it with an 11 and a half. I think this is a size 11 boot and under. Weight range, it goes up to, I think they said it was 205. Yeah, 155 to 205. I agree with that. I think that's where you want to stay. 205. If you're 220, I think you can do it. I think you can ride this board, but I think 205 is the cutoff. This is a great board. I loved it. I think I know this is a sought after board. United Shapes, especially the Orbit, is a sought after board. You can't really find it too well. I believe this is the United Shapes Outer Orbit. Check everything out on Google. Google it, Evo it, and I believe that's what this is. This is a 157 United Shapes Outer Orbit. Since it's more on the sought after side, I know there's someone out there that wants it. I'm gonna sell it for about 300 bucks. If I don't get in that range, I'm not gonna sell it. So you're not gonna get some crazy good deal. I got this board for 200, and no, this board 300 around that range, and I mean around that range. For the condition that it's in, I think that's a fair price. So in general, like I said, this board is for POW, deep POW, with the width, feels great. Really stable at high speeds in POW, really stable at high speeds in groomers. Decent in the trees, not the tight trees. I'm talking like Breck trees. If you're from here, you know Breckenridge. You ride trees in Breckenridge. Breckenridge has some tight ass trees. Would I want other boards in my quiver for tight ass Breckenridge trees? For sure. Decent trees. I rode this in mobiles at Keystone yesterday. Did fine. I didn't even detune my edges, and I still did fairly fine. If I were to detune these edges, I think that would be even better. So this board's a great board. Don't sleep on it. If you're looking for United Shapes Orbit 157, here it is.